Today's topic, how to accept yourself. And from my own experience of struggling with self-hate, with self-doubt, with self-destruction, and finally being able to accept myself and eventually to love myself. And also from coaching so many people in Skype coaching sessions. And some of these people contacted me because they wanted to manifest certain things, but eventually they realized that their biggest issue was self-love and self-acceptance. From all these experiences, I know that it's always one thing that is holding you back. When you ask yourself, how do I accept myself? You should be actually asking yourself, how can I accept the one thing that's holding me back from accepting myself? Because it's not that you don't accept yourself when we're really honest here. Your inner being is already pure unconditional love. Your inner being already has this attitude of accepting yourself and loving yourself. It is already pure acceptance. So it's not really true that you don't accept yourself. You just don't accept one or certain parts of yourself. Because you might accept your voice and you might even like your voice. And you might accept your feet and you might even like your feet. And you might also accept your belly. Maybe you like your belly. But then there's this one thing. And it's a little bit like a teenager when he wants to go to the party and then he has a pimple. And he only focuses on this pimple and then he doesn't accept himself. And it's the same problem that so many people face when it comes to accepting yourself. And that's why I want to give you practical examples from my own life, from my own experience, that will hopefully help you to identify this one thing for you and then work on it. And I also want to share my own experience of what it takes to eventually accept yourself and love yourself. Because for me, it has always been my scars that I have from my heart surgeries. And from a young age, I was suffering from self-hate, self-destruction, and I was so self-conscious that I never had the feeling that I would achieve anything in life, that I never had the feeling that I would attract a partner in life, which actually led me on this journey to overcoming my fears, becoming the most confident version of myself, and eventually becoming a dating coach. So yes, as you can see, turning your weaknesses into your strength and accepting yourself in the process can lead to incredible results in your life. But first we have to start with this one step. Identify the one thing that's holding you back from accepting yourself. And in my experience, it's something different for every one of my coaching clients. Sometimes it's something physical, like in my experience, my scars. Sometimes it's a belief about yourself, maybe something you've learned from your parents, that money doesn't grow on trees and that you have to be poor, that you have to suffer in order to get money. Whatever it might be. Or it also can be in a relationship, for example. When you are in a relationship with somebody who makes you feel unworthy, who puts you down, this can have a huge impact on your ability to accept yourself and to eventually love yourself. Because accepting yourself is only the first step that you need to take on this path towards self-love. And if you want me to help you on this path, then you can check out the link in the description and inquire for your first Skype coaching session with me. I've done it. I went from self-hate and self-destruction to self-acceptance and eventually to self-love. And I'm 100% confident that I can help you to achieve the same. But it's now really important that you uncover this truth for you. Uncover the thing that stops you from accepting yourself. And once you know what it is, and again, it's different for everyone, then focus on the 99 things that you accept about yourself instead of the one thing that you don't accept about yourself. And this is typical human behavior. When we have one thing in our life that really annoys us, one thing that we hate, one thing that we don't like, one thing that we want to change, we only focus on this one thing. It's as if you ram your car a little bit against the wall. You are not hurt, you're still okay, you still have a roof over your head, you still have enough money, but there's this scratch in your car. And then you look at this scratch and you go, oh, why did I do it? Oh God, why? Oh, I hate myself so much. Why does this always happen to me? While you forget that there are so many amazing things that are happening in your life. And the same is true for every aspect that you don't accept about yourself. And yeah, I admit it. It might sounded funny when I talked about, hey, you accept your belly, hey, you accept your feet. But really think about it. If there's just one thing that you don't accept about yourself, one thing that you don't like about yourself, Why do you only focus on that? I know it's what human beings do. It's what we're conditioned to do. But you can consciously break this vicious cycle. Become aware of the things that you accept about yourself. List them, write them down, and reaffirm them. You can even turn them into affirmations. I already accept myself because and then you list all these things as a confirmation that you already accept yourself. And then change the things that you can change. And this is the biggest issue that I have with the spiritual community. That everyone talks about self-acceptance in a way that you should fully and completely accept yourself, but at the same time not change yourself because you're already perfect. And in a sense, it's true. Your inner being is already perfect. You also should be able to accept yourself where you're at right now. But refusing to make a positive change, a change that leads you to a future in which you will like yourself even more, just because it's not spiritual and just because it requires effort, that's in my opinion insane. If there's something that you want to change about yourself and you can change it, why don't you change it? There's no reason why you should stay in this position. I mean, sure, I can't change anything about my scars. I have them. That's why I have to use a different strategy of self-acceptance that I will share with you in just a moment. But for now, if there's something that you can change, if you don't accept yourself and you don't like yourself because you're overweight, you can go to the gym. You can change your diet. If you have negative beliefs about yourself, you can change your beliefs. If you have past trauma, you can work on your trauma. I mean, I've done all kinds of things to get over my childhood trauma from my heart surgeries, and I know that you can do the same. And if you want me to help you, then you can inquire for a Skype coaching session with me. But really think about it. There's no reason why you shouldn't change the things that you can change. But now let's have a closer look at accepting yourself for where you are at right now. Instead of saying, I accept myself and I will not change what I deep down want to change, which is what a lot of people in the spiritual community do. Instead of doing that, tell yourself, yes, I accept myself for who I am right now. But that doesn't mean that I will be the same person tomorrow. Because if you're not willing to change anything about your situation, to accept yourself more, I mean, that's a little bit as if you would like to follow your true calling and finally find your true calling, but you're not willing to learn a new skill, and you're not willing to work on yourself, and you're not willing to actually work on the things that you need to work on in order to live your true calling and to make a lot of money with it. And believe me, when I decided to follow my true calling, I also had to learn new skills. I mean, when I started, I didn't even know how to design a website. I had no idea whatsoever. Just imagine if I would have fallen into the spiritual trap of, yeah, I accept myself and I won't change anything about myself. I would still be trapped in this office job in Germany that I hated so much. And actually, now that I'm talking about it and now that I'm thinking about it, yes, finding your true calling and living your true calling makes a huge difference in your ability to accept yourself. Because if you do something that you truly love for 8 hours a day, or like me nowadays, 6 hours a day, instead of working 8 to 10 hours a day in a job that you hate, your ability to accept yourself is so much higher, and accepting yourself and then also loving yourself, it's so much easier for you to do that once you live your true calling. And if you want to live your true calling, you can check out the link in the description. And I want you to say something to yourself right now. Say, today is day one of my new life. I might have been overweight. I might have believed that this is true. Whatever was holding you back for 10 years, for 5 years, for 2 years, however long it was holding you back. But today, I'm going to break this vicious cycle. Make this decision with such a strong intent that change is inevitable. But what if you can't change the thing that you're struggling with? Then you need to change your perception about the things that you can't change. For example, my scars, I can't change them. I have them. I have to live with them. And I could now say, which is what I did in the past, oh, no woman will ever like me. Oh, I'm so ugly. I will never be able to make money because of my self-esteem and my self-confidence. Oh, God. And now you might be thinking that sounds weird, because what does a scar have to do with your ability to make money? But believe me, if you hate yourself, if you don't accept yourself, you don't have the confidence to start a business. You don't have the confidence to go to networking events because you're so self-conscious. And of course, you also won't attract the people and the experiences in your life that help you to achieve success, because your vibration and your level of consciousness is crawling on the floor. That's why it's so important to accept yourself. And what I realized eventually is that I'm thankful that I have these scars, because these scars allowed me to embark on this journey, which eventually allowed me to become a dating coach. And this journey of me becoming a dating coach eventually allowed me to have my spiritual awakenings and to become a law of attraction coach. And in the process of my journey, I helped hundreds of men and hundreds of women to overcome their fears, to become confident, and to find their dream partner. And now I'm helping hundreds of men and women to manifest their dreams. So yes, I'm thankful for my scars. I'm thankful for the experiences that I made, even though these experiences were very, very painful. And I'm also thankful that this path of self-hate and self-doubt that I was on for such a long time allows me now to have so much empathy for my coaching clients who are going through the exact same thing. And this allows me to help my Skype coaching clients, maybe you will be my next Skype coaching client, in the best possible way, because I can share with them what worked for me, and I know that it will also work for them. So you see, you can change your perception about the things that you can't change in your life, and this helps you to accept yourself. And then consciously turn negative thoughts into positive thoughts. You are in control of your thoughts. You can use your conscious mind to influence your subconscious mind. Whenever you have a negative thought, you can replace it with a positive thought. And at the beginning that might be weird, but the more you do it, the more you will condition your mind to believe these positive thoughts and to forget about the negative thoughts about yourself. And surround yourself with people who accept you. This is also an experience that I made over and over again in my Skype coaching sessions. So many of my Skype coaching clients, when they start their Skype coaching sessions with me, are surrounded by people that don't accept them, that don't accept their spirituality, that don't accept the path that they're on, and that criticize them, that doubt them, and that install doubt in their mind. And the more you're surrounded by these people, the harder it will be for you to accept yourself. And I know it's scary, because you might lose friends in the process. But believe me, I've lost friends in the process, and it's the best thing that could ever happen to me. Because the people that you will meet and the people that you will be surrounded by, once you raise your vibration by accepting yourself, by loving yourself, these people give you so much more and so many more amazing experiences than the people who doubt you and the people who install negative beliefs in your mind. And I want you to talk to yourself as if you were your best friend. Would you blame your best friend? Would you scream at your best friend? Would you tell your best friend, "Oh, I hate you, you're terrible, you're so ugly"? Would you do that? No, you wouldn't. And it takes conscious effort. Really observe how you're talking to yourself. And in the beginning, you might be shocked at what words you use to describe yourself. Just think about this typical example when you are working on something on your laptop and you forgot to save a file, for example. And then you say, "Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh God, why does it always happen to me?" And you go into this ranting mode of destroying yourself with words, basically. And we see that as completely normal. We just say, "Oh yeah, I was just angry, so why not? Everybody does it." But really think about it. Your words have power, especially when these words are fueled with emotions. So closely observe how you talk to yourself, and talk to yourself as if you were your best friend. And then open your heart with this little self-acceptance meditation. Lay down, close your eyes, relax, and say to yourself, "I accept myself, I love myself. I accept myself, I love myself." And while you do that, create the emotion. How would it feel like if you accepted yourself fully and completely? You don't have to feel like you accept yourself at the beginning. Your ego might resist, and that's totally normal. But just in general, think about what would self-acceptance feel like, and then create this emotion. And the more you do that over and over again, the better you will become at accepting yourself. And if you want me to help you on this journey, if you want me to share more of my personal experiences and to go into even more detail about what I did to turn my life around and to leave my self-hate and my self-destruction behind so that I could finally accept myself and then love myself, then you can inquire for your first Skype coaching session with me. The link is in the description. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.